Your Women's Spotlight is brought to you by Sprouts Farmers Market, open 7 days a week. Visit your neighborhood Sprouts for good-for-you groceries and great prices on the freshest produce. Mia Tuaniga and Adonia Faumuina. I don't know. How did I do, guys?
Effort.
Yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there.
This kill me. I only tried 20 times
All good.
in the break, but we'll keep working on it. But you guys are not a work in progress. The program took a real leap over the weekend. A fantastic, home double, the reverse sweep over Michigan. You knock out a ranked team in Minnesota. What clicked? What do you think clicked for you guys this weekend?
I think. Although there are a lot of veterans on the team, a lot of returners, there are still some new components and new girls that bring a lot to our team. And I think every game we just get a little bit closer and our chemistry gets a little bit better. And I think this past weekend, that's what really clicked is, laying it out on the floor and laying it out for each other.
Yeah, both of you. Yeah, there you go. Both of you from Southern California. I'm sure grew up watching.
Yes, sir, Long Beach.
Was there a little modern day Long Beach Poly rivalry though going between you two, or you don't want to answer that one?
She actually beat us up.
Oh, so you got bragging rights?
I don't know about bragging, but
well, I guess what does it mean for you guys to get to stay close to home and represent the Trojans and be close to your family?
Well, I mean, being from the city and from Long Beach, USC has always been the big school to look up to, and just being able to be here and represent our city and represent our culture at the same time is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mia spoke eloquently and quite beautifully about how you had to sit and be patient in the beginning of your career here at USC. What was that like? What's the athlete side of that?
It was really tough. I mean, coming in as a freshman, you want to play, you want to do as much as you can, but me being injured, I had to figure out ways to provide for the team and give to the team. Like what she said, servantship in that video, and I just tried my best to embody that throughout my 2 years, and yeah.
I thought that video was awesome too, and yourself now being a senior and a leader on this team, a veteran. What's your message, or how important is it to you to be a leader for some of the younger girls on your team that were once in your position?
I think she kind of hit on it a little bit too. Is servantship. How can I come into the gym every day and try to serve my team? How can I try to bless somebody else? Mm-hmm. And that comes a lot from our faith, our culture, and our family. Is servanthood is a really big thing. And I think if I can get the girls confident, if I can get them feeling themselves, then my job is done.
Mm-hmm. We had Allie on, I think it was the first show of the year. And, Mia as a setter, everything's sort of going through you. What's that relationship? We talk so often. Cody's a quarterback. He has to develop relationships with receivers. Is it a similar type thing as a setter where you're developing relationships with your hitters and trying to figure out where they like it, how they like it?
Yeah, 100%. I think just building that trust and understanding what each hitter prefers or when to get them going. It's really important to understand. I mean, I think how it is, if someone's hot, if someone's not, or when should I get this person going, when should I lay off a little bit. It's a game within itself. So
I'll say this: when I was in the locker room after games, maybe if the hitters didn't get as many or the receivers, is there ever any hey, get me the ball out there, I'm open type situations here, or are you guys pretty cool with that?
I mean,
Mia's looking.
I think we just have
no.
I think we just have that twin connection.
Yeah. And the team knows we have a lot of trust within each other, and I know when someone comes up to me and is hey, I got you. I'm all right. I got you right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are 11-3 to start the season, playing really well right now. What are some of your team goals and also individually some of your personal goals for this year?
I think as a team, obviously, we're trying to shoot for the natty.
Yeah.
And volleyball-wise, obviously, get that natty. But culture-wise, how can we keep cultivating a space for every single one of us to be ourselves? Every single one of us to come in the gym and not be stressed on hiding who we are as a person. And I think our coaches do a really good job in helping us get to that space. So that's another one, too.
We were just talking about how Big Ten football is maybe different stylistically than what we were seeing in the Pac-12. How about Big Ten volleyball? Are you guys seeing a different style from your opponents?
Yes. Big Ten volleyball is really big. Whoa.
The Big Ten volleyball
it's really big.
Sorry. Double entendre.
No. It's one of the most competitive conferences. I think the most competitive conference in the country, and getting to play all these different kinds of teams, it's going to be a battle every single weekend, so we just got to be prepared, coming in every Monday, like today. So yeah.
Talk about one of the away games. I know the Nebraska game didn't go the way you guys wanted, but I always believe that you learn more about yourself after a loss. What did you guys learn from that type of atmosphere? How cool is it getting to go up against Nebraska, and now that's going to be a new rivalry in this conference?
Yeah, it was really dope. It was definitely a totally different atmosphere.
Something different.
Yeah,
Like,
than we're
Really?
used to.
I've never seen that many people at a volleyball game.
Yes.
Ever.
How many do they have? Do you know? I've seen them on TV, but I hear the
I don't know.
atmosphere in person is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
It
was
have no
different.
idea.
It was something different.
Yeah.
I've never been a part
Yeah.
of anything like that. So
I think it was a really good thing that was one of our first Big Ten games, just to get our feet wet and everything, and understand how can we better ourselves in the next time we're in that atmosphere. So yeah.
One of those games you look back on that you learned a lot from that helped you going forward. Yeah, that's awesome.
And just the stage too, that's the biggest thing I've noticed since switching this conferences here is they love women's volleyball. Big Ten treats it as a major sport, and it just has to feel good that that you guys get this stage, this opportunity for a sport that obviously you both love.
yeah.
For sure. I think that's another blessing, being able to be in the Big Ten, is the media coverage. They do a really good job with this, so it's nice.
My mom actually coached and played volleyball for about 15, 20 years.
Hey,
No way.
My
Where?
first injury back in Bakersfield. I'm from Bakersfield, which is
okay, Bakersfield.
Okay, so
All
actually
right.
my first injury as a kid, I broke my finger when one of our outside hitters. I was in the middle. They were playing
Wait,
pepper.
let me find out you play volleyball too.
I played a little bit.
Okay.
Enough.
I played a little bit. We did some stuff in high school too. They do where the football players would play volleyball.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
So I got to ask, who's the GOAT volleyball player of all time?
Ooh.
Or is this putting you on the spot? Or you already know?
I don't.
No? Or is there anybody you guys idolized watching growing up that inspired you? And it doesn't have to be someone big
Yeah.
time, but someone that you kind of influenced. You could be family, anybody.
Your bio,
trust-
your bio says the great Sam Bricio.
Oh.
That
What?
might be someone else's
Yeah.
bio.
No,
That
no.
ain't-
It may be wrong.
Oh, you see on the USC athletic site?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, actually, for mine though, my personal
Mia knows.
is my family. Yeah, so my dad, my brothers, my mom.
Okay, cool.
They're goats for me. So
Yeah,
they
all
all
volleyball
played.
players?
Yeah.
Cool, that's awesome.
I would say the same thing too. Like I grew up we both grew up in volleyball
Yeah.
families. My dad was a coach. My mom also played, but she was more of a basketball girl. But I grew up watching my aunties and my cousins. So yeah, them.
Yeah, sure. Sam Bricio too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did not
she
say
is
that.
good,
I did
so-
not say that, everyone.
USC legend. We can make some edits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's on the internet.
Yeah.
Quickly erase. You guys need your own podcast. Maybe you guys should host the show.
Interesting.
they thought-
Mia, can we get past that?
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
They thought it was a podcast like 3 minutes before we started. Even though we
No,
called Trojans.
yeah.
I'm like, no, this
Yeah,
is live.
I mean, if
but-
you want us to have a
What would it be
snow,
called?
yeah, you know what I'm
What
saying?
would it be called?
The twins from the LBC, you know what I'm saying?
Coming to wherever podcasts.
There we go.
Wherever you find
Yeah.
your podcast.
Soon. Right, Mia?
Yeah.
Right, Mia?
Maybe they'll be our first.
You have a
Yeah.
couple matches this week, but the one I wanted to promote, the Crosstown Showdown, USC, UCLA. It's on Sunday. That's October 13th,
Yes, sir.
4:30 p.m. Hey, beat those Bruins, all right? Come
Yeah,
on.
force
Oh,
down,
yeah.
force down, force
That's
down.
how we do around here. Thank you so much. Keely Orner, Football Roundtable is next on Trojans Live.